This is the 1619 Project.
Created by a New York Times journalist, and her name is Nicole Hannah Jones. And she wanted to rewrite and reframe the history of slavery in America. So we all know July 4th, America celebrates that holiday. That was in 1776. And a lot of people think that that's when America was born, because that is when America gained their independence. However, she wants to rewrite that history, telling us that actually America was born on August 20th, 1619, when the first slaves came over and touched the soil of Virginia. So that's where the whole idea of 1619 comes from, because she wants to reframe what we have all learned in our history classes.
Think about, for example, the narratives, right? Why are narratives important? Why are stories important? Why is history important? Why are these things so important?
Because the narratives reflect each side and have a different story to tell.
I'm sorry?
But like narrative, each side can have a different story.
Each side can have a different story, right? Great job.
So it gives like perspective.
Yeah. So it gives perspective, right? And sometimes, do we get the story from both sides? Yes or no? Typically, no. Who do we get the story from? The winning side. Now, what's the problem with that? When the winning side gets to tell their story or their narrative, right? What happens? You distort the narrative, right? You change the story.
That even though this seemed to have happened hundreds of years ago, we're still living the repercussions of it, regardless of race. We're not enslaved, so to speak, but we're still living those repercussions today, right? Let's go to the SEEK program. How many of you knew that there was a time when CUNY only had white students and they could pay for school? Even though CUNY is a public or private institution? Public. What does it mean to be a public institution? It should be that anyone can go, right? It should be free access, and it also means that all our tax monies together help to pay CUNY, right? There was a time when CUNY as a public institution had 99% white students, and only the elite could go to CUNY. What? How? I believe that people of color and immigrants were not interested in college. They started this program at City College, and the overwhelming amount of young people who came saying, yeah, I want to be in college, they were shocked. Thousands, right? And then, 2 years later, they said, okay, we can't shut this down now. Let's open, senior colleges, let's open what we call the 4-year program, which is the SEEK program. So the SEEK program started. And again, overwhelming amount of young people coming into the program saying, I want a college education. These were working class young people, children of immigrants, black, brown, Asian. Students made CUNY responsible for becoming true to its access for everyone. All right? So we are going to be talking about the parallels. In the same way enslaved people and their descendants fought for America to change, the same way SEEK students at the time were Puerto Rican and blacks. When you think of institutions, you think of
Organized.
something that is working, that is born into something that is organized,
Something that's recognized.
something that is recognized. Comes to mind. Organization, structure, recognition, foundational origins, right? So if something is an institution, is it something that's separate on the side? Yes. Everything around it, right, is ingrained kind of into this institution.
1619 Project has helped shed light on African Americans who have just suffered at the hands of America, and in light of everything that they've been through, it really does show me that there's more that happened that we have no idea about, and that this project helps me learn more about that history and subject.
1619 Project that Queens College offers in their SEEK program teaches a true history of African Americans in America. Not only does it teach students, but it teaches everyone overall the true hardships that they had to go through. It's not only systemic racism, it's industrial, it's in workplaces, it's in school even. And sometimes it's not even noticeable. The 1619 Project and class really does teach everyone the true racism that people still face and what they went through in history.